Hey, Haze, where'd you get the coat? It's to die for. Have you or a loved one ever been hurt due to a haze? You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call now at 988. Sorry, I have to use my mic this time instead of typing because I'm sick. But let me paint you a picture. It started like any normal day, and I found myself across the street from none other than Haze and Venator. Now, this haze is trying to get my attention. It is being just a general little nuisance, as hazes often are. Me and my good golem friends started beating up the pint-sized pipsqueaks around us, all while this small fly keeps buzzing in my face, slapping its tiny little feelers all over not just my face, but without hesitation, got its grubby mitts on the tasty minions me and Botboy had been tenderizing. I go and make sure the yummy line of toddlers gets eaten properly before Blitzcrank comes back and joins me. Obviously, this Haze's antics are causing a stir. Now, of course, Gimbop gets upset and rushes in to try to scrap. I blink away from a distance, trying to steal what I could away from that pest's grip. My friend falls to the menace. Filled with rage, I go avenge my fallen comrade. I swat the fly and quickly after dispatch the Holy Father. I pause to catch my breath, hopefully letting Blimp catch up some. Alas, evil never sleeps, and neither shall I, working my life away to gain that sweet, sweet ultimate ability. But a hard worker only gets made to work harder. So I get jumped by the two hooligans with their throwing knives and religious zealotry. Ensuring that another good life isn't taken from us early, I fight them off long enough for Bebop. Come on, leave. Leave. Okay, go to escape through mid lane's anal passages, leaving me in a 2v2. Me, my legally appointed guardian, against them. Before suddenly, Bebop appeared from thin air to kindly offer a chunk of change to our enemies. Being pushed back, I played just safe enough to bait a fly into the sticky paper. Haze showing itself to be more than the average fly. I do fight them off well enough. With a suicide bomb-wielding Blitzcrank charging headlong at the problem, I used the distraction to try and swat at the fly that had eluded my grasp for long enough. Watching this back, I didn't realize how many shots I missed. Jesus. Using my one-of-a-kind aim, I strategically shoot and make many a potholes that future drivers driving down this street will have to deal with. My shots are at such weird angles that not even Mom Donnie will be able to fill all of these potholes. Before showing off my skills by saving my... never mind. Fly swatted them. Soon, I unlock the tried and true Haze Away. Haze Away. Buy now. And putting it to use immediately to hunt that fly down. As the fly buzzes around my head, I try to line the nozzle with that insect, baiting for a parry to stick them. And the church has failed me, and Bebop punches Haze to safety. Returning with a song of vengeance in my heart, I set off for mid lane. Coming upon a scuffle, my tunnel vision shows me the weak priest. I whiff my shot before the fly is upon me. I fight with all my might and cause them to cower behind Papa, where they feel safe and secure. I remind them of the might of a gun. Tin Man tries his best, but needs to retreat, for he is courting death. Alas, I can't blame the Tin Man for lack of brain and or heart. He flirted with the void, and it flirted back with a hot load of lead straight to the face. I retaliate for Bistro Huddy, but to no avail. Thankfully, soon my hero arrives again. Like a machine fresh off the presses, coming rolling out, whiffing a hook. But we still love him all the same. However, the priest sees the mistake of existing as reason enough to pull the trigger on my pal, and I'll never let him kill Bibip again. Venator clearly learned something from his teammate as he dodges, ducks, dips, dives, and dodges away to safety, out of harm's reach. Before kindly volunteering to taste test what the end of my barrel tastes like. We push up against Jeff Goldblum. I hit my shots, but that's one tenacious cockroach. So I toss a stake from downtown to wombo combo a kill against that HAZE. We orphan the enemy laners. I hastily retreat to soothe my troubles with consumerism, when suddenly the buzzing grows louder in my ears as the fly descends upon us, while we have our pants unzipped. But a good yank, a spank, and a shot fixes that right up. With the newfound silence I earned, I could make out what sounded like someone gambling without me. Quickly regretting the life choices that led me to this moment, I am reminded why we forgive Bimp Snarp every time. The do-gooders dash away, but not before a freak senses the movement of the air currents, of you trying to catch your breath. After failing to jump on you, it skitters away, not before taking 2 good shots center mass. But, as always, that pest scuttles away. I find myself following the sounds of Latin chanting as I counter-roam against the communion wafer dispenser, grabbing a snack so I don't fill up on Jesus. Now this is an important part. You need to miss every killing blow to help ensure HAZE wins the game. I'm doing so with flawless technique here. Giving up the hunt, I return with my head held low. before going out again to finally swat this fly once and for all. But, of course, that rat bastard wriggles out of my grasp, so my hands, clenched and full of rage, grab onto the nearest throat I can see.
They destroyed the Guardian on Yellow.
Hunting down Ventilator relentlessly. With my bloodlust against the church satiated, I quickly practice some aim laps before the next opportunity arrives.
You got expensive taste.
Taking flight. No
Me and
matter.
this haze have done this song and dance more times than I can count. As that slippery, sandy shithead escapes again, I find myself treading the road I've traveled before, feeling the compacted dirt beneath my feet lead me further into the haunted woods. In the deep of the scary woods, an old man approaches me. I attempt to defend myself, keeping him away.
Our Yellow Walker is under
But
attack.
perhaps the only way to truly deal with the threat is head on.
Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Beginning. Coming for you.
And suddenly, BAM! I'm greeted by a horse fly. And suddenly, BAM! I'm greeted by a horse fly. Remembering I'm a ghost and heading back mid, I locate a lightning lich of losers before going boo, making him run off. Not before the inbred sheep man comes waltzing in, before backpedaling away to suckle the teat of his beloved sinner's sacrifice. Which DE Inferno catches them red-handed straddling the machine. I make sure he stays put to learn a lesson.
The birds will deal with them.
As we chase Spider-Punk down alleyways, where I lift 2 feet off the ground. Since goats can't look up, he forgets I exist and goes for the campfire, trying to stomp it out. But I was there to save forest fires, feeding the flame with a freshly sacrificed goat. I, learning nothing after watching my enemies make the same exact mistakes, I push up outside of my comfort zone before quickly retreating. Of course, I cowardly run, ensuring I can't choose where to go, so I am as useless for as much time as physically possible. Rocketing off the zip line, seeing a juicy free steak, I consume with gusto, causing my mind to be clouded with an overbearing gluttony, leading me to greed on levels that would totally trickle down eventually. Endangering not only myself, but most of my teammates as well. soon, though. If food sits out long enough, the flies will spawn sooner or later. I chase that fly down to hell and back just to make sure it gets squashed properly. Getting bad tunnel vision, only being able to focus on that fly, I chase and chase and chase until we wind up in the deep, dank depths of the jungle.
No running.
The ecstasy of the kill leads me to bump shoulders with my enemies, which ends as expectedly. Seeing that juicy sacrificial lamb green, I beelined over for it, only to be quickly met with the flies attached to the goat's green stink aura. The fly has evolved into a mosquito with 2 real-ass guns. Now, your mind will be racing, thinking of questions such as, how did that fly buy a gun? Is there a way to blame others for this? And how long would I last against the beetles? These are important to keep in mind, while ignoring any intrusive thoughts about, how could I play better? What mistakes did I make? I need to stick with my team. Those are thoughts implanted in your brain by the 5G radio waves. Don't listen to them. Focus on what matters. Failing to save Walker. Take that experience back into the field and try to search for an answer. And you'll be reminded that flies live by the 5-second rule before becoming Swiss cheese. Trying the same thing over and over, expecting different results, is called the scientific method, and we gain some useful data. Unloading clip after clip into the holy man before getting your skull caved in by some Looney Tunes gag, leading to multiple concussions. I lived. Trust me. Now, after all the things you've experienced, what is the correct course of action? A. Play with the team. B. Play back and only engage when needed. C. Split push. If you guessed D, you were right. D. Greed for an alt stack, dipping your toe into the water long enough for the beast to sense your location and beeline for you. The time dead will let you stew on your feelings and memories, and keep failing the same way again, and again, and again. Your pride at this point, glass shards blown away by the wind. You'll try one final effort. You can at least put down the measly goat. Your team gives it their all, a 4v1 against him. It's too late by the time your brain processes the situation for what it is. That last strand of hope hangs on with the determination of a farmer whose family depends on him before everything crumbles around you. Nothing beside remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. Thanks for watching my tutorial on how to lose to raise. I hope this guide can help you get eviscerated by a fly on the wall.